go, sweet chariot.
36.
800?
36, am I right?
Oh, how about that?
Wait a minute.
Good.
So this is episode 36.
Oh, this chord is just out here. I didn't fix this at all.
A little fun
Hide it,
chord.
man. Hide it, Wade.
I'm hiding it right now.
Pull on it.
You guys hear any cool stories recently?
Oh, have we started?
I've heard no
stories.
stories.
Any cool
I've heard
murder
no
mysteries? I've been
murder
really
mysteries.
into this podcast, Sword and Scale.
That's
Oh,
what it's
yeah.
called.
Really?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, let's start
No.
with what we're into.
You,
Is it a
you were talking about
mystery
how
thing?
you don't like murder stories that are based on truth, right? Or is that you that said that? Because I was talking to someone about Sword and Scale, and they're like, yeah, I feel like it capitalizes off of people's misfortune, especially like when the stories get heavier and there's like, rape and murder and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
There is
that
something
you?
that's a little bit weird about that. Like there's this guy who started a podcast that's actually, it's very good, and he's done another one that's also very high quality called Up and Vanished, and his name is Payne Lindsay. He's from Atlanta, actually.
His name is Payne.
Payne Lindsay.
Like P-A-I-N?
Yeah, P-A-Y-N-E. I think.
P-A-A-E-E.
P-A-Y, young-o names.
But he works his butt off, so I respect the hell out of it. But there's something about the first podcast was called Up and Vanished. It was kind of following the disappearance of this girl a while ago. It was kind of like a dead case, and he came back and actually helped contribute to the
That's cool.
case.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
cool. It was
I like
just
that.
one of those things when he kind of got too close to it, and it
Okay.
felt like he was making it about him.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's a
Guys,
thing that
I did it.
There was
It was and I don't want to speak for him. It felt like this isn't your thing, man. Like
I normally don't have a problem with people doing those kind of podcasts. I think it's just cool to hear those stories. But there was one podcast, I don't know if it was Sword and Scale, it might have been, where they said just the worst shit. And then immediately they were like, all right, now we have a sponsor. And I was just like, oh.
That's a big.
That's just
a little
poor
timing.
placement.
Poor timing.
Poor timing, yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, we have a sponsor right now.
Hey.
So thank you to Hims, Quip, and Stitch Fix for sponsoring today's podcast. We'll get into that in a second, but our very first sponsor is Hims.
Folks, let's talk about Hims. Thank you, Hims, for taking care of us this weekend. Ladies and germs, mostly men, 66% of men, actually. You guys have a habit of losing your hair all by the age of 35. Here it
Except
comes.
me.
Oh, I thought you were going to sneeze. Problem is if you start to see that hairline start to creep backwards in the glare of the crown of your head, sometimes it's too late, friends. Once it starts to go, it's gone. But you got to protect the hair you have, and Hims is here to help you. Look, once it starts to go, it's gone. So Hims has found a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men. There is a habit in the hair loss community where people will sell snake oil and. Are we okay?
I still don't
Yeah,
fully
we're
understand
good.
what snake oil is.
Snake
oil
is what's put in the lipstick of the Barlow girl, Kissy
So,
Kate Barlow
there's
from
two-
Okay,
Trolls.
anyway,
Snake oil, fake medicine that doesn't actually do anything.
like a placebo.
That they say does everything.
I think people actually sold like what they called snake oil because people didn't understand what it
Like
was.
fish oil,
Yeah, well, fish oil actually does stuff, but
says some people.
snake oil was just kind of a way to like.
Says me.
It's like a cure-all, but it didn't actually do anything. This doesn't do that. This actually helps you. And I'll tell you from a personal standpoint, I have been losing these bad boys since I was 19, and that has always scared the crap out of me. And I've gone through trials and doctors and a lot of judgmental systems in order to get some semblance of help. And I have found what works for me is the exact same stuff that Hims does for you. Just like Pat just throws it out in the most
How
simple
does that do
way.
with facial hair? I've been trying to.
The
No.
minoxidil can actually help you grow facial hair if you put it on.
Okay,
Like I said, I suggest you dye it.
I'm going to.
Facial hair dye.
I'm getting that mustache.
I found it
Dude,
if you
rock onto that.
if you start when I started to lose my hair, I was 19 years old, and because I started so young using all of the medicines and whatnot, I actually saw regrowth. That's not always the case, but there is a chance. So if you start early, if you catch it
Before the follicle dies.
if you get on, if
follicle
you jump
dies,
on that train,
so do eyes.
you can drive all the way to full hairville. So here's the deal. For Sugar Pine listeners, we're gonna give you a trial month of Hims for just $5 today. Right now, while supplies last. You go to the website and see the details, and this would cost hundreds of dollars if you were to go to a doctor or a pharmacy, and I know from personal firsthand experience. So go to forhims.com/pine. That's forhims.com/PINE. For hims.com/pine.
And remember, if the follicle dies, So does eyes.
So does eyes.
And so the me do.
Listen, hymns for her. Roll the sad violin music because the
I
boxes...
should have had the piano.
Well, you don't.
Let's not set it up.
Yeah, too late.
Roll
Well,
the sad piano music.
you can see all the boxes around the room and all the packed up stuff.
Sadder.
Yeah, sadder. Let's get it sadder.
Sadder.
That's the only song I know, sorry.
Okay, yeah, do a light sadness. We've packed up a lot of stuff in the office, and this is going to be the last podcast you'll see from
In the office.
this place until we get to the new place. But it's honestly, I'm not too disappointed. I'm glad to be moving to the new area, although it's quite a drive, and I won't miss this place. To be honest, I'm not gonna miss Van Nuys.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that I'll miss Van Nuys and being in kind of a sketchy neighborhood, but I'm gonna miss our actual office. Like the inside of our office has always been so cozy and homey, and like being with your friends here, and it's just we could do whatever.
And you're not gonna get that chance outside of this office.
Yeah.
This office has definitely been like a memorable. It was
almost
our
a year.
first office when this came to meeting some of our best friends now.
Some
Not all.
Body.
But
once.
told me.
Oh my.
No, a lot of great experiences have happened here. It's just this is a really shitty area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And-
especially right on Van Nuys Boulevard.
Yeah, so it's not even a secret
Yeah.
at this point. We put it in videos. We're just one
Funhouse?
video, but yeah, we're moving in with Funhouse. I'm curious if Cowchop's getting a bunch of questions now that are like, "When are you guys moving in with them?" Answer: doubt it.
Really
Yeah.
doubt
So there's a lot to talk about for sure, but we're just in a transitional period right now, moving around, moving boxes. That I don't think I should have to
Move boxes?
move stuff.
No, you shouldn't. And you shouldn't.
Most of them are
And
filled
I
with
won't.
piss.
You and I shouldn't have to do that, Steve.
Oh my God, we have bathrooms at this new place.
Dude, convenient bathrooms.
Because okay,
The lights don't turn off after 2 minutes.
Yeah, we've explained the bathroom thing.
No, we haven't explained
enough.
what happens in the bathroom.
No, we know.
Shitting in
why.
the dark, though.
I don't think that people know how shitty the bathroom was, how it was infested with cockroaches,
dude.
how the light turns off after 2 minutes, how
I was
there's
just
piss all
in
over the
there.
seats.
I was
how
just in
sometimes there's no
there.
toilet paper.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous. I was just in there, and it literally smelled like somebody got skunked, ran into that bathroom, sprayed an entire can of Axe body spray on themselves, and it didn't cover the smell
They
at all.
shit their pants.
Jeez.
That's simply it.
I got skunked.
You found a cockroach in the other room.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if skunked was a euphemism or a drug thing.
No. A skunk
literally
opened up its
skunk.
anal glands and sprayed the innards of itself
So
into somebody.
purely
Yeah.
purely
No,
out of
they're-
inconvenience, we've been peeing in cups in this office every so often. I wouldn't say all the time. Sometimes we'll make a trip to the bathroom.
You guys, recently, this has happened before with this peeing in the cup situation. We cleared all the cups. I remember there's pee put in bags and thrown over the edge into the dumpster. And then I come back the next day and 20 cups
Oh,
full of
dude.
piss. And I was like, how did you guys do that in one night?
Yeah, Steve drinks a lot of water.
Steve drinks a lot of water, and Steve needs to stop peeing in cups. I've never peed in a cup.
I drink so much water, yet all my pee is mold brown. I don't know. I was gonna actually throw someone under the bus. Not anyone in this office. Someone that's in the UK now. I was gonna throw him under the bus because he can't touch me. No, he can't get to me.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, dude.
Would rather he's not
Oh,
talking
I
about
don't know.
God.
I can almost assuredly say he would not like that to be talked about.
Oh, dude,
No.
he talked about taking
He
shitting
talked
his
about
pants
it
on a
on
live
the
show.
RT podcast.
He did?
Yeah.
He talked about
taking
I'm
a
pretty
shit.
sure.
well, I mean,
Did he get monetized?
if he did that, he should know the consequences of doing that.
I don't know about
Not
that.
sure if he did.
Oh.
Buckley, I'm voting against this conversation.
Steven, I'm voting against it.
Okay.
I'm going to say it because I'll put it.
I don't think
I'll
you should.
sugarcoat it. I'll sugarcoat it. There, I won't say who
How
it
are
is.
you sugar-
I won't say
What?
who it is.
You don't need to.
We've had people in here pass the time.
I don't know, man.
People that are guests have peed in a cup before.
I'm sorry, man.
And
I tried.
there are those
Never, for the record.
who have taken it a step further. Now, I'm not going to say what that step is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
okay,
will.
yeah.
This is what it did.
That's
what
a good
happened.
sugar coat.
Buckley was short on cash. So what he did was he went down to the clinic down the way and realized that he could make a few $100.
And then he
by-
shit in the office.
So there you go. There you have it. Kim
No,
ruined it.
I don't know if we should put
No,
that.
it's fine.
I was gonna
Jamie,
say
you
that
decide in editing. You decide in editing.
No,
I was gonna say that
You decide.
Don't do me dirty like
Buckley, this is on Jamie.
Executive decision, it's going in.
Is that how you talk to Alyssa?
Yeah, exactly.
Executive decision. This is going in. She's like, no, I don't want to. I'm just gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Executive decision. This is going in.
I was
Are you in?
surprised. I think that was my first reaction was shock.
Oh, you were pissed.
I thought you were so angry.
I was a
and
little bit angry.
I thought it was so funny, and you like defriended him.
It didn't make me
your heart.
hate Buckley. I definitely looked at him in a different way for a little bit. Now I'm thinking about it, thinking, wow, still the same.
Honestly, dude, my reaction was so funny. Oh my god, I can't wait to tell the guys.
How'd you find out about it?
I was told.
Maybe it's not true.
It is true.
It was in a Dunkin' Donuts box, right?
Yep,
Yes.
a donut box.
Two
Two
of
of
them.
12-pack.
That is an expertly crafted situation. That it's just hilarious. With
So that means that a little British man
yeah.
squatted
Alone in the
and
office.
coughed.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Squat and coughed and polished it off into a couple donuts boxes.
Yeah, what's the chance he's gonna watch this though?
He'll get tweeted at. Oh, for sure. Hey,
Now
He
we
told
will.
me too. He told me, he's like, you know, when you take a shit, a little bit of piss comes out, so you can't not piss while you're taking a shit. So I pissed in the box as well, and I was like,
That's not.
you son of a motherfucker.
That don't hold water.
That's not a waterproof box.
to his defense,
So what happens if the
it
poop
was
was all
late
watery?
at night. Late at night.
Yeah,
he's
no.
not been,
Didn't have a key.
conditioned.
Doesn't have a key.
He doesn't have a key. Doesn't have a bathroom key. He's
What's he
not
gonna drive all the way
he's
back
not
to
conditioned
Michigan?
to be in Van Nuys even during day.
True.
And he's here at night alone. And he's got to go. It's an emergency, he said.
It wasn't even a
Yeah.
shit that he had to take a shit. Is that he got scared from a loud noise outside.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, sure. Some might say easily walk to the nearest any fast
Pollo
food place.
Campero.
But again, it's at night and it's dangerous and he's not conditioned and it's
True.
an emergency. Maybe it's a 30-second countdown. Sometimes when it hits you, if you've had coffee, it's like, oh, this is not my choice. I'm going now.
Yeah, that was
Or you
happening
just
to me
playing with
after
a
last
fucking
night.
wet wipe.
What are you talking about,
You're just
dude?
playing around
My
with a
hand's
wet
lower
wipe.
out of the frame so no one can see that I've been playing with it. It was to wash my hands and then it felt nice, so I continued.
We should have a drinking game for every time somebody talks about taking a deuce. Toss one back.
Dropping
Is that how you play
I'm
with
down.
drinking games?
Jimmy,
Yeah,
you've never had a sip of alcohol in your life.
I've never.
you
I
have
did
it,
last
actually.
night.
I did
I
have
had
a
a nice.
sip.
I had a nice glass of Maker's Mark, and I was like, "Here, try some of this." And he's like, "Ooh, that's powerful." And then
Yeah.
he's like, "I'm gonna just take a little bit." I'm going,
Oh, how did it
And it was
taste?
it
that was
ta-
your first sip.
Bad,
It,
right?
it tasted like anxiety in a cup.
Was that your first sip of alcohol in your
No.
entire life?
I want to try and see what everything tastes like. I've never been drunk or.
Oh, I see,
I've
yeah.
never been
I
high.
remember you
or,
telling me
like,
that.
I've never tried any of that stuff.
You've never done
personally.
crack?
Not yet.
That's surprising.
We'll see.
Wow.
and I
What's-
love that
wow.
your character was a crazy drug addict.
Yeah.
What's kept you from the good stuff?
Yeah.
I
The good stuff. The good life.
The
Yeah.
Goomies.
What's kept you from watching the Goonies?
I haven't seen it. I actually haven't seen it.
Really?
I haven't seen it.
And you
never
like
I
had
need to
movies?
get drunk
Had
and
any
high and
interest.
watch
What?
the Goonies, and that'll be an evening of
You don't even need to
firsts.
get drunk or high. It's just the Goonies. You just
It's a
watch
great
it.
story about friends
Yeah.
on an adventure.
I don't really like stories about friends.
That's
But
like not watching Toy Story.
So you've never had a sip of alcohol, like you've never been drunk, you've never been high. Why?
I just grew up not being invited to parties and not being a lot of fun. So people just didn't. I didn't have like a big group of friends who liked to party and stuff until we kind of like split ways in life and everything. I never really wanted to because it was getting a little dark. But my family's got a long history of not handling it very well. So
I have
It's
alcoholics in my
understandable.
family too.
My cousin died from an Oxycontin overdose.
wow.
I don't think I think I met him once, so
Is
it's
that-
not like an impactful
But that's
thing.
definitely
I
like
hear
an understandable reason as to like you become more aware of things.
Yeah.
There's a creature inside of me somewhere, and I watched that creature live inside the rest of my family my entire life, and I refuse to give it.
Yeah, I
any
see
sort of
that demon in
attention.
you.
Yeah,
I definitely
you got
see
those.
that
You got
demon
those
in you.
fuck eyes.
You do have those fuck eyes, and I swear, you let that demon loose, everyone here is getting fucking probed.
Do you guys remember the first time that you got drunk?
Thorda.
Yes, I got alcohol poisoning. I had to go to the hospital.
Yes, dude, me too.
No
I
way.
didn't go to the hospital. I puked black, and I did this in a bed, and I'm not even kidding. I did the closet. Like my friend Amy was there, and she was like taking care of me, and
He was like, how you doing, Steve? Rock and roll.
I was like actually passed out in a bed just like this the whole night, and then I woke up and I got breakfast with my friend Max.
Dude, I was throwing up all over the fucking floor, and my mom came to pick me up because I was way too young. I was probably like summer of grade 8 or grade 7 going into grade 8, and I was at a friend's house, and he got a full water bottle full of vodka from his older brother, because we obviously couldn't get a hold of alcohol. And I went over to his place, and we day drank, and I took a sip, didn't know what to expect, felt nothing. Took another big sip, felt nothing.
And that was a beer.
No, a
It was
full
a bottle
water
of
bottle
vodka.
full of vodka.
Oh my god.
So then I
Yeah,
just,
you didn't know the 10-minute rule.
I didn't know anything, so I just downed
what's the
like
10-minute rule?
half the bottle.
Alcohol takes 10 minutes
Yeah.
to enter your bloodstream and
To
you
hit
kill
you.
it.
Does it depend on how much you've eaten?
Whoa.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
definitely.
in a way, but like that's the a liquid to get into your bloodstream.
I mean, it
takes
makes
10
sense.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I down the rest, like half of a full water bottle full of just vodka,
Oh, no.
and it hits me. I'm fucking wasted. We go out on the fucking road
fucking
with our
kid.
skateboards. We tried to like skateboard. I couldn't even walk. Came back inside, started puking everywhere. Just fucking throwing up, limp body on the ground, fucking rock and roll. And then my friend calls my mom, and we told both our parents that I just literally had so much Gatorade. I drank like 16.
much
I drank like
Gatorade.
16 Gatorades, and I just can't stop fucking throwing up. And we're driving home. She's like, if you had anything else, you have to tell me so I can take you to the hospital. This is your chance. And I was like, no, I'm fucking fine. I'm like leaning outside of my window of the car, throwing up on the side of the car. And then I was like,
my God.
she said, Matt, come here for just a second. I need to tell you a secret. Come here for Wait. Just come here for a sweet second. Come here for a sweet second. I'm going to tell you something sexy for you, okay?
Get to it, man.
So I says to her, I says, Mom, just come over here and you whisper sweet sexual sins. God damn it, dude. You know, we'd whisper sweet sins into your ear. And I said, I might have had a little bit of alcohol. And she said, how much did you have? And I just went, that much. And then she's like, okay, we're going to the hospital because you're lying immediately. So I went to the hospital and they're like, you're going to have to pee into this cup or we're going to have to stick a needle in your dick.
And that's how this all started.
Man, that's a great ultimatum.
And then I was like, just give me 2 seconds and I'm going to fucking make up some pee for you.
My favorite thing is imagining that that's verbatim what you said that entire time.
I wish it was that funny. It was just sad and scary. I was like, am I going to die? And they were like, we can't tell you what's going to happen right now. We don't know. I'm sure they were just trying to
they're trying
scare
to
me.
scare you.
Wait.
But I was like,
We can't-
I
You
was
probably
fucking-
didn't even have alcohol poisoning.
Hey,
I absolutely
we can't-
did.
we
They
can't tell
told-
you-
They told. I did. I had alcohol poisoning. I had to
okay.
have a fucking
Well, you have
intravenous
to get
and like.
fucking mad
I'm
about
here
it.
for you.
I was fucked. I absolutely did, dude. I'm proud of that.
I was just saying
So
they tried
James,
to
what
scare
were
Don't
your
take away from my
thoughts on that?
accomplishments, dude.
Nah. I remember when I don't remember the first time I got actually drunk, but I remember very early on stage. I think it was freshman or sophomore year of high school, and we went to my buddy Cameron's house, and Cameron had his parents had a big liquor cabinet, but his parents weren't there for the night, or maybe it was like the afternoon or something. And so me and my friend Franco, who were like the troublemakers of the group, we were like the rebels. We tried everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We even tried fucking each other.
I don't doubt it.
So we were like, all right, Cameron, we're going to take some of this alcohol. And he's like, no, guys, no, you don't. And we get like some Citron, and we pour it
That
into
was
a
me.
cup.
I was that guy, by the way.
Citron?
No, let's
What's
don't.
Citron?
That's against
It's
the Lord.
absolute like citrus vodka.
Oh yeah.
It's like lemon vodka or something. And so we like put it into the cup, took out like that much from the big bottle. And
That'd be like a
me and
full
him-
cup.
Me and him were just fucking drinking, and like me and him were just getting drunk, and our other friends were there, and like Cameron was like, "Guys, no!" and then it-
fuck off, Cameron. You
his
fucking
parents and we,
pussy.
I think we did, pussy. You fucking foot pussy. I think we did that a couple times, and then like later in life, I was at his house like in college or something, and I was like, "Dude, remember when me and Franco took the alcohol from your like house those few times?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, my parents knew. They didn't give a shit."
Wow.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
there's
shit.
something about that I kind of lately I've been having like a weird moment about it because I'm at a point as an adult where I don't understand it, and I think growing
Like the enjoyment of it.
I don't
or-
get
You
it.
really don't want these experiences?
well. I will never condone. I think if it's your choice to never try anything or to do it, there's no shame in either course
yeah.
for anyone out there. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah, I think if
enjoying
you're like
life a little
straight
bit.
edge or you're not going to do.
But be
drugs or
careful
alcohol,
with
that's
it. Be
fine, yeah.
responsible.
If you
of
can go
course.
your whole life without drinking, that's
Yeah,
commendable. My God.
absolutely.
I think but there is a big piece of me, and I've been talking to Mimi about this because she has this like rich, full existence in adolescence that I'm kind of jealous of. Where she fucked up and got into trouble, and there's all this stuff, and all these really good stories. And for me, I didn't really get into a lot of trouble. But now as an adult, if I were to go like hog and just start getting
you'd ruin your
slizzard every
life.
weekend, everybody'd be like worried, and nobody would have fun with me.
Yeah,
So
because
there's-
you never did it, and like
there's
to
this
just go.
yeah. There's this
I mean,
period
do you
of
know the
life.
effects of alcohol though? Like
No,
or what it's supposed to feel like?
I've been, I guess, technically tipsy once. I've been trying to drink a little bit with
Been trying to get
wine.
to be the point where I
Wine's
can be an
nice.
alcoholic.
I like a good wine.
I don't understand
Wine's
it.
good.
And Mimi's
Wine's
loves
good.
wine, so
Well, it's like
I would try to sit down with her and try it.
You just being drunk it just makes you feel like less anxious, I guess, calm, happier in that moment. Obviously, it's not good. I
little
don't condone
warm.
it, but yeah, warm
Yeah,
feeling.
warm.
Like you feel silly, and then when you start to get drunk, you just get really silly, and like you're just like enjoying yourself. I mean, it's not. Like, it's really not a fucking big deal. Like, I could go without ever drinking again. I don't care. But I get excited of the thought of it because I've had good experiences, so then I go, oh, that would be fun. Yeah, I get psyched on.
I think
that
it's one of those
experience, but,
like
I don't give a shit about drinking. I'm
It's
not
one of
a
those
big
like
fan.
grass is always greener on the other side type of things, where it's like someone who wasn't into that their whole life, they're like, oh, I wonder, like it seems like everyone had such a fun like, teen years or whatever, and then people who have drunk a lot and like did drugs and shit, they're like, oh, I really commend you for not doing any of that. It's just like a difference in like what
Yeah.
you've experienced.
I think there is a piece of me that sees all of that, all the history of that a lot of people share, where that like at the same point in their life they were all kind of fucking up at the same time, and so this is excitement of the unknown and of kind of doing something a little bit wrong or whatever.
Oh my God.
I think there's
train?
Is there a
all of
train going
sudden
down
on
Van Nuys Boulevard?
Get out of the way!
We're right off the rails.
The Garmin shut off. I don't know where I am.
We're not stopping for no one.
Came all the way from fucking Glasgow.
Glasgow.
But no, there's a piece of life that I think I missed out on with my friends, where we all kind of fucked up at the same time. And if I were to do that now, I think it'd be kind of weird as the older.
Here's the
dude.
thing.
You didn't
I don't.
miss out on a
I was
single
gonna
thing,
say, I
man.
don't think that fucking up and getting into bad situations is something that made my
Well, no, just
childhood fun.
as a figure of speech. I just
Well,
mean
you built
trying
stability for
something,
yourself now, where
Yeah.
you can choose to fuck up whenever you want today. And
Yeah.
that's nice knowing that, where you haven't fucked up during your childhood, because you always have those people in high school who take it just a step too far.
Right.
And then,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
me, for instance, I have a bunch of people from high school that a lot of them moved out to LA dead now, usually heroin, or just got drunk and went swimming in a pool,
Jesus,
drowned.
man.
Just a lot of weird stories to that exact thing happened. And it's like getting past that point in high school where you don't fuck up, and you didn't even drink at all or anything, which is great, because now you have the opportunity to do exactly whatever you want. If you wanted to go get drunk tonight, you still have stability in your life where you're able
And
to do that.
now that you're older than 25, right?
Yeah.
Your brain is fully developed. So now when you do these things and you get drunk and you make decisions, you're making an informed decision. When you're young and you fuck up, it's because our brains are not wired to have enough common sense to not do this, don't have too much, don't go break that window. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you won't do the stupid things. You can do this safely and fun with
Yeah.
adults around you.
It's
and-
not going to make you a monster or something
Yeah.
you're not already.
No.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
like being already who you are, it would just like exaggerate those traits already. So you'd probably be like really caring.
Welcome to convincing Jamie to be an alcoholic.
Jamie,
Dude,
I
I'm just thinking about
I
how-
brought a bottle.
There's something about
How I'm farting.
Mimi had a long history of being experienced with people who have had that kind of thing in their life, and I kind of like that I'm safe for her, that I don't have. She can trust that I'm there's no vice that I'm going to completely unload on myself and start destroying everything around me with. But there also is this like strange anxiety that I'm kind of embarrassed about having with it, and I think it's just from growing up in the South and having certain preconceived notions about things. That I'm kind of embarrassed about feeling anxious about these things.
Oh, don't feel embarrassed about that. I mean, there's nothing you can do to help that.
You mean anxious,
anxiousness.
like wanting to do?
Anxious that he feels
I just
embarrassed.
I'm a little like
what?
About
uncomfortable with
being scared to take it.
Well, that and
Oh.
I'm uncomfortable with the idea of it for some reason. Like my
And
my
that
loved
is what
ones.
embarrasses you.
It's
Yeah.
because you lose control.
Oh yeah.
I think
who you
so.
are, and
Well, it
that-
changes who you are. It changes how you experience life, and I don't
Don't
know.
feel
think
comfortable at all.
I
Don't feel
It
embarrassed
changes
at
you,
all.
but it's also because it takes away certain like parts
Ambitions.
of you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in the moment, it takes away like
Inhibitions. That's
Inhibitions,
the word
there
I
you
was looking for. I laughed to
Ambitions.
myself. I was like, "Fucking idiot." Ambitions.
Hey, I didn't even knock you off for that.
I knocked myself.
I didn't even knock you up for that.
Come inside. Hold the fries. I made that saying up.
But but anyway, what do you guys? What you had something to say? I was starting to interrupt you.
No, I was just saying that I was talking about the I was explaining to Kip.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you do, you don't. If you do, have fun with it, but don't go crazy. Don't go crazy with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if you don't, fine. Just enjoy life.
All in
Yeah.
moderation, just have some fun.
Yeah.
And like drugs and alcohol are not the things that are like, man, I'm missing out on the fun things in this world. Like
No.
there's so many. Going to the beach and hanging out with your friends is way more memorable and fun
Yeah, not
and
to
you'll
judge.
remember it.
wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
Not to
Then-
judge, but if you're able to have more fun off of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, then more
That's-
power
It's
to
more
you.
valuable. I
Kind of what I
think.
always thought. It's like I don't want to need something in order to be
Yeah.
to have a good time.
Definitely.
But I do understand. I have a lot of friends who escape into that,
Mhm.
and that's what freaks me out.
I used to do that with weed. Like in high school, I started smoking weed, and like all throughout into college, I smoked like all day, every day. I was like that type of stoner, and it got to the point where being sober was or being high was the norm. So
Right.
like when I was sober is when I experienced things, and I was like, oh wow, like I'm taking all this in, I'm experiencing all this, and like
Wow.
I can remember it. But when you're high, like because after the first like few months of smoking constantly, it doesn't hit you the same way. You're just like, oh, I'm just high,
Right.
you know, and you're just like kind of like, ugh. And like when I stopped smoking weed, I looked back and I was like, oh, I 100% used that to cope with
Right.
whatever, family
Mhm.
life or just life in general. Like I use that as an escape. And that's why like now I might smoke once in a blue moon. You know, you guys know, like none of us are into that really. And like when I do smoke, it gives me almost a little bit of anxiety, and I'll just be like, I don't want to like am I coping with something right now? You know, am I doing this like just to have fun or relax, like with Lauren or something, or am I like, is there something going on that I want to try to suppress? And like it's fucked. Cause
It's different when you go out and you're having drinks and you take a little toot scoot off the boot train, but
yeah.
I really only like to smoke weed when I'm trying to jerk off.
you know what? Coming high is quite.
There's
the
a term for
experience.
it.
So
Crying.
there's a post that I'm making on the subreddit every week where we ask the audience what they would like to ask us about.
I was wondering how we were going to transition into that.
And that's a great thing. I can't wait to get into that. But should we maybe thank our second sponsor?
Oh, let's take a second. Thank our second sponsor, who is
It's Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix.
Warner Brothers.
Big boy.
Oh boy, is the Stitch Fix. Gonna pass that. Puff puff.
Okay, so thank you to Stitch Fix for sponsoring our podcast. Stitch Fix has reimagined the way we find and buy clothes. Stitch Fix understands that life gets busy, so just tell them your sizes, your favorite type of clothes, and how much you want to spend. And your personal stylist, that's right, personal stylist, will pick out clothing for you based on your preferences.
That's great.
Yeah. So you can try before buying. If the item doesn't fit or you just don't like it, no worries. Just send it back free of charge. Oh, also, I was just going to say, style. Some of us have it, some of us don't. I know I've mentioned to you guys that I don't like your style.
You have style?
Okay. But just because a sense of style is elusive for some, like you guys, doesn't mean it's impossible to attain. There's no time like the present to discover that style you never knew you had. And you can, with a little help from our friends at Stitch Fix.
And God damn it, you need that help, Steve.
You're mean. Now, I know. A personal stylist sounds like something only the rich can afford.
I could never
and
afford it.
It's true for certain stylists, namely mine. But Stitch Fix is massively affordable. And you get your own personal stylist. How cool is that? Their styling is only $25.
That's manageable.
Which is waived
Wow.
if you keep all 5 items. How about that?
Oh, that's really cool.
And since your personal stylist uses only your preferences to pick your clothes, you're still in complete control. Once your items arrive, try them and just pay for what you keep. So once again, if you don't like something, you need another size, you just send the items back. And there are no questions asked, and your shipping is always free both ways. Get your fix whenever you want, or sign up to receive scheduled shipments. The choice is yours. I mean, I love Stitch Fix. I still wear a lot of the clothes that I get every month, and I know you will too. So there's that. Hurry to stitchfix.com/pine to get started right now. Keep all 5 items in your box, and you'll receive 25% off your entire purchase. That's stitchfix.com/pine. Stitchfix.com/pine. Thank you, Stitch Fix, for sponsoring this podcast. And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Thank you,
Now,
baby.
are you in direct contact with the stylist?
That's a great question. It's just all online. You give them your
So, but are you?
stuff.
That
You're
wasn't
not.
the
You're
que-
not in direct contact.
You're not.
No.
Can you call them when you're feeling sad?
No. You can't call them when you're feeling.
What if
sad.
you're feeling a little frisky?
Whatever you feel like, you're not calling the Stitch Fix stylist to talk about your feelings.
I'd be down for that to make it like if like why are you taking your clothes off?
Call a hotline.
You
Call a hotline.
Do those still exist?
Yes,
Yeah.
they still exist.
It's any 1-900 number. Go ahead, call it 1-900.
We're not calling a number. Let's answer some fucking questions.
Hey, let's call a sex operator.
No, we're not calling.
Oh my God, you guys want to call a sex operator?
Nah.
I'll call one right now.
Yes.
It'll charge
but
your
You
phone.
fucking charge me. Charge
That's
me.
hilarious.
Charge me, motherfucker.
Oh my
You
God.
charge $1,000.
Dude, I will say the dirtiest,
Okay.
nastiest shit.
Let's save that for the very
No.
tail end.
No.
And for the moment, let's
Well,
get
in
to
the
these
meantime, while
questions.
Kip's learning how to do that, let's
Yes.
answer some questions.
Yes, sir. All right. A lot of these will pertain to all of y'all, all of us. Some of them will be more specific. Are you?
Welcome to 1-800-PHONE-SEX. And our name says it all. Want me to send you a sexy pic of me?
I mean,
Press
yeah, I
one now
guess.
If you're over 18, to give your consent to receive naughty.
I didn't even wait for her to finish.
You verify
That's
that
a
the
common thing.
and you consent to receive promotions from MMS Broadcasting and NTS.
No, I just want
through
them
Autodesk
sex.
calls, text or picture messages, and pre-recorded voice messages.
I hung up.
Well, we tried. We can do our own sex hotline. after
Okay.
this. That's so funny.
I'll be the girl.
Okay. Fucking
I'll be the girl with the camera.
Well,
be the guy in the
camera. You guys
background.
are both girls.
Okay.
And then I'll call.
Okay.
This is Mindy and Erica.
So we'll get to that after this. Let's get some questions. Let's get some questions going.
Wait, hold on.
No, we got some questions.
I'm experiencing that.
Okay.
Experiencing
Funny.
joy
Can
right
you
now.
believe?
Wait, I'm feeling happy.
First question. Let's do it.
All right.
Some sort of Erica.
This is Mandy and Erica.
All right. Okay. Will there? This is from Epic Hawk Reddit. It's in all caps. Will there be anything else besides alternative lifestyle and lifestyle classic that will be a full-on series? Are you going to try experimenting with different styles of filmmaking, or are you going to stick with what you guys do now? What did you guys have for lunch today? Also, is the second part of the question.
For lunch today, I had a piece of burrito.
Ate a chicken sandwich.
I also had a chicken sandwich from Burger King. Ate a little bit later than lunch. You could call it supper.
We have a lot of things planned. One of them is that we're really going to focus on making a consistent series uploaded hopefully every day that is just, it's one thing. And it's going to be a lot like season 1.
And then we have future
but still
goals of
fresh and
doing.
new.
Yeah.
We've got future goals of doing a short, or even 2, upwards of 4, if that was ever possible, a month.
Yeah,
And
just
they would
little
just be
one-off
completely,
skits.
kind of like the Rooster Teeth shorts that I'm sure you guys are familiar with, but they'd be, written by us, directed
Yeah.
by me, and directed by me.
Yeah.
He's working overtime.
We got hopefully some gaming. We're going to play some Fortnite. So we've got streams
yeah.
planned. We
Yeah.
just need to move to this new office and get that set up and ask for Lawrence's help to figure it all out. I think
Yep.
they're ordering a mixer for us, so we'll be able to actually stream all our voices on live. And then we're going to
That'd be
have
sick.
like a Twitch stream or whatever, a YouTube stream, I don't fucking know, where it shows everybody's perspective that you can click to. So that'll be convenient.
And then also, I think every week we're going to do a feature film that we put out.
Yeah, Thorda.
It's going to be a trilogy of 87 films.
Yeah.
Trilogy of 87 films.
It's going to be 900 minutes long.
Yeah.
Okay. How did everyone meet their significant others? All Deets says little baby bitch boy.
Alyssa's
is
going to
it
want me to tell that
Deets?
story with her. She's going to want to be there for
Start
that.
it off and roll leftwards.
No, I'm not. I can't spoil that story yet.
Well, can we talk about the potential side podcast thing that Mimi's coordinating, or is that going to
Sure.
be? Yeah, Mimi is currently working on wrangling up the ladies to do a Sugar Fine podcast around the corner.
Yeah,
like
an episode
a
of this.
consistent thing, or as
Just
like
an
a one-off?
episode of this,
Just as a
yeah.
one.
Oh, so just like a one-time thing?
yeah, just like
That's awesome.
just the girls kind of
They're
talking.
not taking
and
over.
Okay, I'm
My
scared
little
of it, though.
misogynist.
There's going to be
I'm
a lot
scared
of
of it because like my people are diminishing. I'm the white straight males. We're getting taken over.
We don't have enough
It's
opinions.
about time for us to
A
get
lot,
our
of our,
chance.
a lot of our
Yeah.
opinions have been stifled. All
Yeah.
these powerful female
Dear
voices,
diary,
a lot of the
I'm becoming
prominent,
concerned that
a lot
maybe I'm running with the wrong
a lot
crowd.
of the prominent male
I know for a
voices
fact that my mother
has
rates me better
been
than this, and
just
Every
stifled
day
by all
I
the
write her
women
one less letter.
talking.
Things are going well though,
How are you?
so I'm well.
No, in the diary.
Yeah,
Thanks
how
for
are
doing
you,
well,
Mr.
though.
Diary?
How are
You're
you?
the only one who talks to me. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you could just like call
Yeah, that
in
could
for
definitely-
that story. Then.
Or they could just tell it on the podcast. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be great. Or that's what you meant.
Yeah, well, you were saying you want to do it with Alyssa. She'll be on Sugar
Yeah, it would
Fine,
be better,
so-
I think, if she told it. I don't know what she's comfortable with sharing with the
Okay.
story, but
Yeah.
it's juicy. But you
I
guys,
probably already know, but I don't remember it being.
should we save that one for the
bad.
podcast, like how they met all of us?
I think
Their stories?
Oh, from their
Yeah,
perspective.
we give it from-
Well,
from their-
Mimi's
Good,
gonna
cute.
rip me an asshole. I can't.
Do it.
Our like coming together story is like tumultuous.
Oh, I've heard it. And yeah, you seem like just a goof.
I was just
You
not.
seem like a big goof.
I don't know if I've heard it.
I haven't heard it.
Well,
But we could save it.
yeah, we'll save it.
I'll
We'll
just
save
as a
anyway, we'll fuck your pussy later.
Yeah,
Let's get on to the next
Does
question.
anybody want to talk about their girls, or are we going to save
No, we
that
can
for
save
them?
that.
I mean,
Let's save
everyone
it.
already
Let's-
knows
let's
that we
let them-
met. Like
It's
Sam
good
Joe and I met
material.
on. Yeah, it's good material for sure. But
Yeah.
everyone
We'll
knows
save it.
that.
We'll save it.
We'll save that.
So whose question was that?
That was from Little Baby Bitch Boy.
All right, little baby bitch boy piece of shit motherfucker. We will save that question.
The last part of that wasn't in his name, James.
Oh, okay. We'll save that for the girls podcast. The
High
Sugar
volume, preferably in a residential area.
We've got a hot one for you.
And we're back because, well, really, you didn't notice the difference. It was a split second for you, but we're in the new office.
Sorry, audio listeners, you can't experience what we bring to the table now. But yeah, we're in the funhouse area.
No, it's our office.
Well, it's our office now. It used to be fun houses, but now
Yeah,
it's ours.
Ours now.
Does it sound like we're in a new office, or does it sound the same to you?
I imagine it sounds the same. These are good microphones.
Same mics.
Same mics.
camera, same lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, different set.
Same
different
minds.
set. Should we try to answer some questions?
Yeah.
But before that, I just want to give a big thank you to our next sponsor, which is Quip.
Hell yeah, Quip.
The truth is, most of us are brushing our teeth wrong, not for long enough, and forget to change our brush on time. That's because most brands focus on selling flashy gimmicks rather than better brushing, but not Quip. So what makes Quip so different, you're probably wondering?
I am.
For starters, Quip is an electric toothbrush that's a fraction of the cost of bulkier brushes, while still packing just the right amount of vibrations to help clean your teeth. Quip's built-in timer helps you clean for the dentist recommended 2 minutes, with guiding pulses that remind you when to switch sides. Next, Quip's subscription plans are for your health, not just convenience. They deliver new brush heads on a dentist recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5, including free shipping worldwide. Quip also comes with a mount that suctions right to your mirror and unsticks to use as a cover for hygienic travel wherever you may take it. Because you got to take a brush and brush your teeth no matter where you go. That's not an excuse to not brush your teeth. And I know you don't, Steve. You always get the cheap ones that are at hotels that are made out of paper.
For free.
And they have little bottles of toothpaste that don't work.
Yeah. And guys, everyone loves Quip. They were on Oprah's O List, named one of Time's best inventions, and is the first subscription electric toothbrush accepted by the American Dental Association.
Wow.
That's a pretty
Impressive.
big backing. That's very impressive. They're
Yes, it
legitimate.
is.
They're very legitimate. Plus, they're backed by a network of over 20,000 dentists and hygienists and hundreds of thousands of happy brushers that use Quip every single day.
Wow.
Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/pine right now, you'll get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack completely free at getquip.com/pine. Spelled GETQUIP.com/pine. I hope you guys know how to spell pine.
Peter
Thank you
Parker
so
picked
much,
a
Quip. We appreciate you, everything you do for us. You have an amazing product. Let's get back to our programming.
Thanks, Quip.
Get to it, girl. Get to it.
So we got
Girl,
some questions from you guys that
different, girl,
have been
I'm
accumulating for a
different.
little while now. Maybe they're lifestyle related. Maybe it's advice. And, we have a lot of life experience. We have a lot of stuff that we've been through.
I have
mostly
more life
James.
experience than you do, Steve.
I have a lot, yeah.
Kib, you have nothing. You
Oh,
lived on a
really?
farm
Oh,
for 19
really?
years until...
I've traveled all across the world.
You were one of those kids that was in a
I've
basement.
been in the UK. I've been in Seattle. I've been all over.
I've been on a saddle my whole life.
That's
Yeah.
right.
James has been riding horseback into the night ever since the last time I can remember.
I ride bareback horse every night to and from work.
I ride bareback DP horse every night.
Steve rides me bareback every night.
Load up the first question, big dick.
So our first question comes from Synth D, and they say, not really, formatted as a question, but I'll try to see what you mean. Their proudest non-online video moment.
Not a question, but I understand what you're saying.
I also do. Let's
So
start with
just our
Kib.
proudest moment.
Proudest moment in life. Let's start with Kib.
In life,
Or one of them. Just talk about any of them.
one of the best ones was winning the streaming for sure. It was very validating. Another, being married. Proud of both of those.
Yeah.
Winning a skateboard competition in third. That's another good one.
Easy answer, getting engaged. Easy
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Probably the best moment in my life besides that was when I got my little dog, Littlefoot.
Oh,
That was a great moment, but
No
also
one
also an
cares.
easy answer. The narcissistic answer, probably when I got my first cool car.
That's very cool
definitely. That's
because
a
it was
cool
your
moment.
own car. You bought it.
Yeah. Well,
and
you
leased
bought
it.
it. You
leased
crashed
it and wrecked
Actually,
it.
financed it. I'm talking about the first one, the black one, toothless.
Oh, toothless.
Right. Yeah, that one's still
Was
alive
it
somewhere.
Grand Cherokee, wasn't it?
Someone has that car right now.
Cherokee.
I should have never gotten rid of it. It went
The
just
Jaguar
fast
Grand
enough.
Cherokee F-Type.
It's a Grand Cherokee Jag, fiddle whiddle, pa.
No
Save the
wheels.
blast for lunch.
No wheels. It
Anyways.
skidded across little teeny tiny ball bearings.
You guys.
I think that my proudest
Here we go.
moment,
Humble brag.
humble brag, is when I graduated college.
I knew it. Always brings up college.
It feels good.
It does. I wish I
honestly,
graduated.
because when I first started college, I was a terrible student. I was not responsible. I almost failed out of college.
Wow.
And then I had an
fucked.
epiphany, and
I gotta stop smoking weed.
truly stopped smoking weed. And I was on the dean's list every semester after.
The dean's
What
list.
does that mean?
That just means that you're I think over a 3.0.
Oh, I thought it meant you were in trouble every semester.
Or
And then
that
I
he
was on
gonna fuck
the
you.
the headmaster whipped me every day.
What kind of trouble do you get in college? Is it like trouble, like real life trouble, or is it just, do they have like suspensions and
yeah, they have
detentions?
suspensions. They don't have detention. They do have suspensions where you're not allowed on campus for a certain amount of time.
If they ever try to give me detention in college, which I don't think
no,
they do.
don't have detention like that. They can't like make you be
No,
one
because you don't
place
even have to go to class. You're not required to be in
I'm
class.
almost an adult.
Sometimes there is an attendance
Yeah,
percentage of the grade.
Exactly, but you could still choose to not do that, and if you
It's usually
aced everything else,
Yeah, I think it's like 10 to 15% is
It's
attendance.
a lot,
So
yeah.
if you aced everything else, didn't go to class a single time, you'd still get like a solid B. in
yeah.
the class.
So go to class.
Yeah,
for
go to
sure.
class. It's also
Sometimes.
just
You shouldn't have to go. I think that's stupid. I think
Not
it's really
every class
Well, then
is
how do you
like that.
learn?
No, because if you are really good at what you're doing and you know everything and you can study
How
on
would
your
you have
and you
known?
can study on your own.
You're right.
You shouldn't have to go to class. That's so stupid.
No,
agree.
I don't agree with that. I think that
Teaches you discipline.
teaches you discipline, but also not everybody can learn in that sort of environment.
That's great. I'm not everybody. But also, it's like
I don't
if
think
you're
it-
if they're trying to teach you discipline in college, yeah, you can fuck right off. That's the goal of high school.
Here,
I mean,
I think
it
that-
is still a schooling. It is still preparing you for the real world.
Yeah, and it's still you're in an institution. It's their rules.
Yeah.
You're going to that institution.
And not all classes.
Oh, you're
require
giving them
that.
so much money. They're scalping you, man.
Yeah,
they
they
should
are
be able to
scalping
do what
you.
you
They
want.
are
This isn't
scalping
my
you.
real hair.
Oh, you should be able to do what you want in
That's
college.
not his
If-
real
kid's
hair.
hair.
That is my hair.
As long as
and
you're
they've scalped him.
As long as you're not causing trouble, you should be able to do whatever you
I
want.
think that
A lot
should
of
be.
classes are like
I
that.
think that it shouldn't be mandatory attendance for general education. Like those classes are fucking
Gen
bullshit.
eds, yeah.
But for your major, which is like what you're going to school for, I think that they should.
Yeah, that 10-15%.
mandatory.
It's an easy 10-15%. If you're not a great student but you go every day,
Yeah.
you get that
I
extra
think
10-15%.
that the
I need
only
it.
reason you should be going to class every day, the only reason that you'd even want to go is because of like pop quizzes or some bullshit, like stuff that you have to go, so you just don't know which day it's going to be on. That's how they should keep you in college, and that's what would drive me to be there if they don't have that
Well,
kind of shit.
also we're talking, this way, but there are hundreds of different ways that classes are run. And
I
different
know
types of
there are
teachers
definitely
that do
classes
stuff.
where you don't have to show
Yeah.
up.
I think you should just go if you're going, and also like that, if you're paying money, you should go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about everything you guys talked about on the Girls Only podcast. Okay, we got Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. Thank you so
talk
much,
about
Synth D, for that question. That was not sarcastic. I'm sick. Let's get into another question, shall we?
Hit him with it.
So, hold on, I'm gonna read.
Don't do it to him.
Don't do it to him. Don't.
Oh, this is cool. So this next question comes from Bowl Spence 93. What drew me in even more to Sugar Pine 7 was the subtle horror you guys would include in your videos. So I was wondering how big of fans you guys are to the horror genre. Might be a stupid question considering you guys made a short film called The Woods, but I gots to know.
What's your favorite genre on 3? Go. 1, 2, 3. Horror.
Crime.
Horror is absolutely my favorite genre.
I love
Easily.
horror.
Yeah. It's so fun. Like
It's a roller coaster.
For me, it's like some people don't like experiencing
Terror.
terror and being scared, but to know that it's an emulation of fear, that you get to feel fear without there being anything actually happening to you is so fun for me.
I think that's honestly the reason why I respect film as an art as a whole, is because you like the filmmakers and the actors and the writers, they're causing you to emote without being involved in
Sitting in
something.
a
I love
fucking
that.
room,
Yeah, and,
staring
like,
at a screen,
yeah,
you
whether
feel
it's-
so many emotions.
whether
You'll
it's
cry,
anxiety
you'll laugh,
or fear or laughter or joy, things like that. Like to be able to feel that from watching a story, I think is so powerful.
It's cool. It's such an
Yeah.
escape. You get to that's why I love going to the theater. Like some people don't love going to the
This
theater,
is
but for
about
me it's like,
horror, man. Not going to theaters.
shut up, dude.
What do you like about horror?
We're talking in general, man. Please shut down more
You start
conversation.
wider.
I'm not
you start
shutting
wider,
down
and then you focus
conversations.
it. That's how conversations go.
Yeah.
That's how connection happens.
Yeah,
you
that's-
focused it on horror, and then you traveled to why I like being in a theater.
So you don't want to talk about things? You don't want to have conversations?
I want to have conversations about horror.
Well, then go to a fucking horror podcast.
All right, guys, on 3.
Some of them are my favorite podcasts.
And sit on them.
I can't,
know.
they won't
I will
invite me.
wrangle this. I will wrangle this back into it.
What a cuck.
We'll go around. 5 favorite horror movies of all time. Nope, 3 favorite horror movies of all time, and then you talk about why one of them is one of your favorites.
Why don't you start?
Does Cloverfield count as a horror?
I would say sci-fi horror. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Cool.
Great.
Cloverfield.
Blair Witch?
I've seen so many. No.
It.
Maybe It Follows.
Oh, good choice.
I'd have to sit and think way too long about this because I've seen so many fucking horror movies that I
Say
don't remember the
3
name.
that are some of your favorites.
What's another one?
I'll go in the meantime while you think of one.
Actually, you know what I really liked, which maybe an unpopular opinion, The Chernobyl Diaries. I love that movie.
Oh, it's fun.
Yes,
it's
so
it's
fucking
an
fun.
entertaining movie.
It's one of those movies at the end you're like, oh, fuck off, but like really good. Such a cool idea and a thing to explore. So those would be 3.
Is that by the same guy that made Quarantine?
I love Quarantine as well.
Quarantine's amazing.
I fucking love Quarantine. That's in there too.
I don't know if that's the same people who made that. I never saw the Spanish one, Wreck.
Oh, sorry, I'm
before.
thinking of Wreck. Yeah.
Quarantine was great.
Quarantine's
though.
great too, though.
Quarantine's great.
Yeah, Quarantine's cool.
Mine are number 1. I'd say The Descent.
Oh fuck yeah. That's
Number
good.
2.
We watched that in your bed.
We watched that in bed last night.
We did, dude.
Under the covers on
We
my
were in-
portable DVD player.
Kim and I knew each other in Seattle, and he would just come over for movie night, and we just stay in my bed and eat food and
Came
watch
over for emo
movies.
night. We watched it.
Finding Nemo night. We just do it every once a week.
Finding Emo's night.
Yeah, Descent, The Witch, and probably The Exorcist. Right underneath.
Really, that's actually one
The
of your
Exorcist
favorites?
doesn't exactly hold up
Yeah.
as well
I
anymore,
think
but
it
it's so
does.
impactful.
I think
is.
it does, except for one scene that doesn't, and it's when they lifts the shirt and it's like help from the inside pushing out. I think that's the only cheesy part in The Exorcist.
Yeah.
The rest of it, because obviously when you're watching The Exorcist, you're like, this movie's from the 70s, but even still, like, they didn't like go overboard with the effects to make it be like, this has to hold up for the next 100 years, you know?
That being said, the movie that scared me the most my entire life was The Grudge. When I saw it as a
Really?
kid,
That movie was fucked, man. That scared the shit out of me too.
there was a scene where she's on the bus and suddenly the face of the Grudge pops in the window, which is so cheap. But I was so young and it was just a big part of my childhood. That and Tremors scared me the most.
I've changed my whole list. My top 4: Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And then 5.
5 didn't hold
So
up.
my turn?
Yeah.
So, and again, it's impossible to have this list. There's so many, but
There's
these are
so many.
These are 3 that I think are very iconic to me. First one is The Shining. I love The Shining. All the movies that I'm about to say are subgenres of horror.
Mm-hmm.
You know, The Shining isn't a traditional horror. It definitely is a horror, but it's very psychological. I just love that take on The Shining. Like, Stanley Kubrick is a fucking like genius. He's
it's
on
absolutely
another.
horror for sure.
Yeah, but it's like more psychological and like.
Like a murder thriller.
It's oh god, it's so fucking good. Like the way that he like the juxtaposition of sound and image in that movie is unbelievable. Like there'll be points where Danny's riding through the hallway and
hi,
there's
Danny.
nothing going on, and all of a sudden like he'll turn the corner and it'll be like with the violin or something, but nothing's around the corner. And then there'll be times where like Danny's in the room and he's like looking at a poster, and then he turns around and the 2 twins are there, and it's just like like there's no jump scare noise that there should be. So it's like changing that expectation of like the noise being what helps the scare play.
So that's your number 1?
That's probably my number 1. Also the
sense.
original Alien.
Oh, fuck my life, dude. Okay, that's my
So
number.
good.
That's my number 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Original Alien.
Fucking brilliant.
Christ, how did I not think of that?
That is a horror slasher film almost. One alien on the ship, they're all trapped on there with it,
So
and then
good.
all the twists and everything, like, and it's amazing sci-fi too. I love sci-fi as well. The original Alien's fucking amazing. And then my third one, because I always go back to like classic horror, I might have to say the first Halloween. The first
choice.
Halloween is fucking brilliant. There's
House of Wax.
the original.
It wasn't bad. It
It was
it's
actually really
entertaining,
good. Yeah, that's
from
good.
the 50s or
fucking-
the one with Chad Michael Murray.
I think. No, I would have saw it when I was like 10.
Yeah, that was the remake.
You know what horror
Okay.
movie doesn't get the respect it deserves? The original Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
fuck,
no,
that
the
movie
first
was good.
Paranormal Activity is cool, but they should have just made one,
Simply.
and that would have like made it great. That would have made it gold because
Jennifer's Body. Dude, I forgot about that movie.
Jennifer's clit.
Dude, Jennifer's Body was so bad. That was one of the worst movies I've ever
I liked
seen,
watching
next
it
to
'cause she was
Tusk.
hot. I used to love her back in the day.
what's
Sammy
her
Jo,
name?
cut this part out.
Megan Fox. Sammy Jo.
She's not hot anymore, and Sam Jones knows it.
Yeah. Doesn't that suck? I hate it when people get plastic
She looks
surgery.
the same.
No, she does.
No,
fuck
No, she
definitely
does not, dude.
She definitely got work done. And it's same thing with like
Leela
Like,
Starr,
She
yeah.
looks like fucking Pamela McCann.
Courtney Cox from Friends.
Yeah, she looks awful.
What?
She looks awful now. And
You know
it's
what I was really
It's so sad because she's so beautiful. Like I think that all 3 main female leads in Friends
It's that
are
fucking
beautiful.
lip thing that just
The
never
lip
looks
thing, but it's
natural.
also like the cheekbones are like enhanced.
They made fun of
nose.
Portia, Ellen DeGeneres' wife. Season 4 Arrested Development, she looked completely different. And they made fun of her the entire show, and it was amazing.
Oh, like within
Yeah.
the show? That's so funny.
Yeah.
I won't be watching it.
Do we have
Real
another
quick.
question?
Yeah.
I just have a quick question about a movie that I can't think of the name of. What's that movie where they figure out how to drink, not drink, but like breathe underwater, and then they find aliens?
Oh, is that
The Abyss?
Oh, is that James
It
Cameron?
might be the abyss. No,
Where
no.
like he has to breathe in
James
the
Cameron?
water and go fucking underwater. Then they find aliens. This whole like
Is it
that movie was
Contact?
life changing for me. I don't know.
No, it's not Contact.
I
for
think
sure.
it's The Abyss.
I think it's
It might be. Where
maybe.
yeah.
That movie is like mind-blowingly.
There was
amazing.
a underwater movie that James Cameron shot that was one of the hardest
Yeah, that
movies
was
to shoot
called
ever.
Sanctum.
Sanctum. That's what I'm thinking of. Rectum, yeah.
The porn parody. It's just a bunch of divers like exploring a cave.
an asshole.
Explore
though.
my asshole, Johnny.
What are we picking out of my hair?
I'm just fucking around
Just
with
37 bees.
I like when Sammy Joe does it
Dead
better.
bees.
it. Shit.
So I
Too
think we've
soon.
got time
Too
for
soon.
one more question. Let's see if this is a good one and worth it.
This one's from James Allen McCune. It says, "Help! Help! I'm crowning."
Chana?
Crowning. He's coming out of the.
No, that sounded just like Alfredo.
Is that your water over there? I'm gonna drink it after this if it's not.
No, that's
No,
your
it's
water
not.
over there.
So this is a three-parter, and we'll answer as much as we remember. This is from Bodie McBoatface 1.
Is that a real name? Did you
Real
make that name up?
Real name, birth name. So number one, Bruce said recently in a Dude Soup episode he has been doing things with you since you moved into the new office, which is technically a couple days ago, but it's been longer than that. How does your new working relationship with Daddy Bruce work?
Bruce oversees all.
Yep.
In layman's term,
He's it's his job to keep us on track. I don't know why he took it, but he did. So we're working directly with Bruce now.
and he is helping us a lot. Helping to keep us on track.
Papa Bruce.
Helping us kind of just explore and develop
Learn the
different
YouTube system.
avenues. Yeah, learn this YouTube system.
Helps with
It's good though.
titles.
It's good having somebody that you can go to with questions rather than relying
Oh, yeah.
on
He's
yourself.
basically like our agent.
Kind of, yeah.
He's basically like my agent.
Basically like a secret agent.
He's like my dad and James's agent and Steve's creepy uncle.
He's my Asian.
He's very
like
nice.
James's Asian.
Is there another
Second
question?
part of the question: will there be more peek in your videos? Possibly.
Probably.
Yeah, he's in
if
this
he wants to.
office,
If he
so-
wants to be filmed, I don't think that
We
he
should
likes
film
being.
him. He should do every cold open to every one of our episodes. We're just shooting him, and he's just like.
Welcome back to it.
And the number 3: will Autumn be editing any videos for Funhouse or strictly SP7? She's ours.
Our
She's strictly
editor.
SP7.
Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm not editing anymore. It's only Autumn, and it has been that way for the
I'm
past.
editing.
And
month
I don't
or
know
so.
if we've ever made this announcement. We have a new member on the team. Her name is Vicky. She's our
Yeah.
assistant editor.
Wow.
She's
Hi,
great.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, Vicky.
She found an easier way to subtitle.
Yep. She
Day
did.
one.
hmm And she's been cutting some of the lifestyle classics. She's doing a great job.
Oh
Great
yeah.
job. She,
She-
makes them feel very
yeah.
old of school. SB7.
She did the I think her first cut
Moving
was
with
the moving
Funhouse.
day,
Yeah.
which was
it was a good
just
video.
it
I think
just
it's
felt like
really valuable getting a new eye on our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's helping it like seem more fresh. You know, we're having her look at it and structure it and find the
From a new
story in it
way,
rather
yeah.
than like just same thing every day.
Yeah, because
we
all
fucking-
Autumn
we
looks
fucking
at
hate this. yeah.
Autumn just looks at us and sees these ugly ass Chinese guys.
And I'm like, Autumn, I think you need to not wear 3 pairs of glasses.
And I'm like, oh, please.
Yeah, get that condom off the glasses.
The column of the glasses empty it out.
I'm going to scratch your fucking glasses and you're not looking, dude.
Are you looking at me or Steve? Because it looked like one eye was looking at
Both of
Steve and one eye was
you.
looking at me.
Do you love me?
I'm going to fucking scratch your eyes out.
So those are all the questions for today. I hope those that answered it. We've got some big things in the works. I'm really excited about the new season that's coming out.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up the old season, or it might have already be wrapped up by the time this podcast goes out. I'm not
Who
quite
knows?
sure.
We don't.
Truly,
We don't.
there's a lot. This second to last episode's goddamn 30 minutes.
30 finale is probably going to be about the same.
Let me just say, it's very good. And I am a harsh critic.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Pine. We love you guys so much. Don't ever leave us.
Losers! Fucking losers!
Did you just fucking Tootski?
No, I'm picking.
I heard this. I heard.
Oh, that was you. Wasn't it?
Was it one of you?
I knew you've always been farting. James, everyone leave the couch.
Disha-
All of us on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fortnite.
Yes. We need to film a box video today too.
It's work. Your best friends, your loved one. Like, you have to be able to grow with it.
Well, it's
And-
respecting.
Yeah.
It's respect, and at the end of the day, regardless of the blurred lines between our friendship or our relationship or whatever, it's like we respect each other.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
When we disagree
So much.
and you were like, I'd kind of been like, here's my piece. I don't agree with this, whatever. And you were like, well, this is what we're doing. For me, it was like, okay, you're the boss. We're doing it.